You're watching KESQ, the desert's news leader. This is News Channel 3, live at 6.
A growing number of Valley women are going to Mexico for plastic surgery at a deep discount. Is the price worth the results? One Coachella woman has a warning for people considering a nip and tuck far from home. News Channel 3's Natalie Brunell investigated botched foreign procedures that one Valley plastic surgeon often has to fix.
They lay me down and they start tying my hands. When they start tying my hands, I was like, what happened? Why they are doing this to me?
Aidegi Jen recalls the nightmarish moments before she went under the knife in Mexico.
He put an local anesthesia. He started cutting right here, and I feel when he cut my skin, and I started like screaming.
The Coachella woman was there to get her breast implants removed, a procedure she says would have cost her $3,000 in the U.S., but in Mexicali, she only paid $500. She says it wasn't worth it.
I feel when he put his finger into my boobie, feel everything. I feel my body when separated from the bed like this, and I tell him, you know what, I had a lot of pain. And he said, you know what, this is normal, just calm down. So it's gonna be fast, don't worry, relax.
Gujen is just one of a growing number of patients flocking to foreign countries for cheap cosmetic surgeries. Doctors call it medical tourism. Some go as far away as Thailand for that nip tuck. Many from the Valley just head for the border.
Sometimes the difference in price can be as high as 50% off. So, if you're looking at a considerable sum of money, doing it for half price seems very appealing.
After Gujen's painful procedure in Mexico, plus another botched surgery here in the U.S., she's getting a revisional breast lift and tummy tuck by renowned Valley plastic surgeon Dr. Suzanne Quardt. Dr. Q says at least a dozen people come into her office each year to fix botched surgeries done in other countries.
They kind of picture it as a luxury, yet inexpensive way to have these things taken care of. And the reality, once patients get there, is they may feel like a herd of cattle in a room, in an assembly line I've heard before, where it's in, it's out.
That's exactly how Gujen says she felt when the doctor finished her procedure.
I feel like, like they need the bed for other patients. Like, do it, whatever happens, just do it and go home.
Gujen feels lucky she didn't develop a serious infection from the surgical equipment.
You don't know how the instruments are being sterilized. You don't know the types of implants they're using. And unfortunately, there are a lot of problems that arise from that.
This past April, Mexican authorities shut down 10 cosmetic surgery offices in Tijuana for failing to comply with health regulations. That came after a patient died while undergoing liposuction in Mexicali. Inspectors found that office and the others that closed used expired and unregistered products.
It's horrifying. It's certainly not the standard of care here in the United States.
Dr. Q says if you're shopping for a surgeon here or in another country, do your homework. In the U.S., the American Society of Plastic Surgeons certifies doctors in their fields of expertise. You can look up surgeons on plasticsurgery.org.
My husband always says women will spend more time picking out a pair of shoes than researching their surgeon. And as silly as that sounds, there can be a little bit of truth to it in that if you're finding out that the very time you're going to have that procedure, what kind of anesthesia you're going to have and who is the person giving that anesthesia. That's a bad time to be finding out what you're going to be undergoing because you have no chance to really change your mind.
Dr. Q says there are board-certified surgeons in other countries, but you'll have to do your research to find them. The Joint Commission International, which accredits foreign medical centers, is another place to look. But Dr. Q warns accredited foreign surgeons are usually closer in price to American doctors.
The key is to find a board-certified plastic surgeon or truly qualified cosmetic surgeon in whatever area you're seeking.
For Gujen, it became a pricey lesson to learn. What was supposed to be one surgery has turned into several, and she's racked up thousands of dollars to feel like herself again.
I have a lot of depression, like, I can't wear bikinis, I cannot show my body to, my husband. But in my experience, I don't recommend go to Mexico.
Gujen's advice to anyone considering foreign plastic surgery, think twice. If you see a price that's too good to be true, it probably is. Natalie Brunell, News Channel 3, Rancho Mirage.